All right, guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Today's video gonna be kind of fun. We're talking about lakefront living and off-lake living. And as this channel rolls and as we get the opportunity to have conversations with you, we realize that there are some folks that are interested in living lakefront and living off lake, and kind of what are those options look like, right? Pros and cons, things to think about, all the stuff that we kind of do with content on this channel. I thought I would shoot a quick little video and kind of talk through some of that. And you know, what we know is the majority, percentage wise, right, they're probably moving down here, relocating, retiring, looking for an investment option or second home, cabins, cottages, whatever, and they want lakefront options, right? And I think obviously the lake is the biggest draw and attraction. If this lake wasn't here, none of this would be, right? It would just be remote mountainous area. But because this is a massive body of water, super unique lake with commercial buildup and not a lot of rules and restrictions, right? The draw is to have a lakefront home, or maybe just be as close as you can. But with having lakefront, obviously there's all those benefits to it, right? You are living lake life right out your back door, right? So you have a single family home, you're right on the water, you own your dock, you have your toys, you can go out and play anytime you want. That is the desire, right? That's the dream. That's what people are looking for is lake life. They want it affordable, and they want the ease and convenience of having all of that stuff right out their back door. And you know, so those are obviously like the big pros to, you know, finding that lakefront property. And there's a big percentage that are looking for single family homes, but then you also have the condos around the lake as well. There are a lot of condo projects and condominiums that are right on the water. You have your boat slip, you have all these other amenities, you have this resort style lifestyle that you're living, but you're doing it lakefront, right? And there are tons of lakes throughout the country. This one just happens to be very unique. It is 1,500 miles of shoreline, plenty of options with single family homes or condos. Again, we're not restricted. We're not governed by Army Corps of Engineers. It's a little bit different, right? But that draw and attraction to have a lake lifestyle and, you know, have your boat and your toys and your dock and your family and everything and the ease and convenience right out your back door, obviously is going to be that kind of main draw, main attraction, kind of what most people are probably looking for. But then there's the flip side to that, which is one, going to be cost and affordability. If you're looking for that lifestyle, right, it is going to have a different cost than if you're going to be off lake. And of course, you probably know that, right? If lakefront or beachfront communities are going to be more expensive than those that are not on the lake or on the beach. But single family homes, it's still very affordable depending on where you put it. For sure, condominiums are very affordable, and there's a lot of those that are available right now. But you will pay a higher price for a lakefront home than of course you would if you were off lake. But as this channel evolves and as you reach out and we have conversations, there is a draw and attraction, and there is a desire to not live on the lake. And if you think about a road that goes around the entire lake, and on one side you have the lakefront home, but on the other side of the road you have what we call second tier or third tier homes, right? So you're on the other side of the road, you're perched up a little bit higher, you don't have obviously the lake directly out your back door, you would have it more out your front. But second tier and third tier homes will still probably have lake view access. So a lot of them will still have lake views. You're perched up high, so sometimes those views can be very panoramic, yet you're also gonna have a different price point, right? So just from stepping over to one side of the road, the reduction of cost for that home is gonna be pretty significant. And that could accomplish what you're looking for, which is you still want ease and convenience of the lake. You still want to be close to it. You want to have access to it, but from an affordability standpoint, you might be able to afford more home if you step into that second tier or third tier home. A lot of times when we're helping people find those homes, there's some that are unique that like they're second tier and there's a road between you and the lake, but there's no house on the other side of the road. So you can still have a dock and have access, but you have, again, a second tier home that's not directly on the water. So just because it doesn't have the lake out its back door doesn't mean that you don't have a private dock that you can get to. Doesn't mean that you can't have a big panoramic view. Quite the opposite. You absolutely can. And so depending on, I think, your affordability and your desire to have the lake directly out your back door, these second and third tier homes are becoming more and more popular. It's, hey, I want affordability. I want to be close. Maybe I have a private dock. And if you don't have a private dock, then maybe that second or third tier home is close to a marina or it's close to a community dock. And so now you still have your boat that's in a slip, in a public or a community dock, and you just have to get there, right? So maybe your home is close enough and it's just a golf cart trip, right? You're just hopping in the golf cart, you're loading up and you're driving down the road, and then boom, maybe a little further you need a side-by-side or like a razor or something, and then you can do it that way. And if it's a little further, then obviously you just hop in the car, you drive to the marina, you drive to your dock, you hang out for the entire day, all good, and you make your way back home. The other flip is if you don't have access to a public or a private, community dock or a marina, then you could always just trailer your boat in, right? There's tons of boat ramps all over the place. And so a second tier, third tier home that has big views is obviously more affordable. It's close enough to the lake to where you just hook up your boat, you drive it to the ramp, you drop it in the water, you play all day long, and then you drag it back out. That ain't bad either, right? That's a good first world problem to have. So as we talk to more people, there's becoming a more desire to step into these second or third tier homes for some of those reasons. And then we talked to some folks recently that want to be off lake completely. They're not looking for, either lake views or super convenient lake access, even though they have a desire to get on the water. They would rather have a little bit more elbow space and room. And obviously down here, especially if you step away from the water, a lot of these lots that you're gonna find are 1 or 3, 5 acre lots. Like, they are big lots, and people that we talk to are coming from urban cities or suburbs of big cities, and their lot sizes are really small, and they just desire something different, right? They want a different pace of life, and they want to slow down maybe a little bit. They want more affordability. They want some elbow space from their neighbors. That's the way things are kind of going these days. And if you want to step completely off the water and find something that's off lake, you will probably find a property that has a lot of land, right? You will have a big yard, you'll have woods, you'll have acreage on your property, which gives you freedom to, create your own little homestead, right? You get some chickens and some goats or whatever you want to do. So you have some separation, and instead of having a lake view, you have more of a rustic kind of woods or, kind of mountain view kind of thing. So you trade in one or the other, but you're still close enough to the lake to obviously make that commute. But a lot of these properties that have acreage and stuff are also gonna have large outbuildings, pole barns or massive garages where you can store toys, right? So you can put your boat in there or your jet skis, your camper, toys, whatever you want. That is also becoming a desire. Hey, not only do I want to be in that area, but I have stuff and I need a place to put it. These off-lake options can be pretty impressive sometimes, right? Just big yards, big lots, big homes, big pole barns, and very, very affordable. I think it's something that's becoming, again, more and more desirable to get out of these urban cities and get out of the suburbs and have a little bit more space, change a pace of life, live lake life, live more of this outdoor kind of lifestyle. And this is a very unique place where you can do all of that and do it pretty affordably. So we keep having conversations with you folks, and I super appreciate all of you that watch the channel, that like it, subscribe to it, leave me comments. The more that you do that, the more the channel can help grow and evolve, and I super appreciate all of you for it. But as you're reaching out and chatting, right, there's twofold, maybe three now. Is direct lakefront access exactly what you need? If so, great. There's 1,500 miles of shorelines, there's thousands of homes. We could easily find you what you're looking for. You have everything right out the back door, your dock, your boats, your toys. You live that lake life every single day, super cool. Travel to the bars and restaurants, do whatever you wanna do, that's great. But the premium for that is going to cost obviously more than if you stepped off the lake. And so stepping off the lake doesn't mean you have to lose the lake. Second tier and third tier homes will still probably have big views of the water. They'll still have access to the water, whether it's a private dock or whether it's a community or a marina. You will still have boat access. You can still put your boat in a slip. You just gotta make your way to the boat to use it. If you don't have access, then obviously you can still trailer it in, hit a boat ramp, that's no problem. So there's a desire for that second and third tier home because of the affordability drastically drops as soon as you cross the other side of the street. And then again, there's some off-lake, completely off-lake stuff, which a lot of space, a lot of acreage, bigger homes, big pole barns. You can still get to the lake, no problem if you want to, but you are living a, outdoorsy, rustic kind of lifestyle. You have different types of toys. Like there is so much that you can do off lake, but still be close to it. And I think next week what I'll do is I'll jump online and I'm gonna start to click around to some of those off-lake options. We've helped some people, like make a purchase, and these homes are great, right? Just big, nice ranch style, country style type of homes on, 5-10 acres with pole barns. Like it is impressive to see what you can get. So I see the desire on all three. You got this big ass body of water in the middle of nowhere. That's what draws everybody here. But then once you're here, what kind of lifestyle do you want to live, and what's important to you and your family, and what's retirement look like? All of those things we would love to help you out with. So again, I always say these videos are great. I had to come inside today because it's super cold and windy outside right now. So I love making these videos. I love more to help you with your relocation or purchasing needs. So call me, text me, email me. You want to talk about living lakefront or living off lake? Great. If you want us to set up a home search for both, great. You got to do your research, and then you got to come into town. So we would love to show you around. We got a team of people here ready to help you out. Whatever you need to get you connected to Lake of the Ozarks or this area, call me, text me, email me, reach out. Happy to do so. And until then, we'll see you guys on the next video.